Mount Everest, very high, very nice, but Drikus decided he wants to ride up there. Now how can you do this? Because there's no road up there. But it's called Everesting. It is one of the most difficult challenges in the whole world. There's a couple of rules to it, but the basic is you have to climb 8,848 meters in a single go. Now Drikus Coetzee from Namibia said he wants to do it. Tried to get some of us to join him. Well, that was no go. So he got his trainer set up, got his fan, he calibrated his trainer, and he double checked his settings. Off he went. Now where we picked up the video here, he already received, he already did the achievement and he received a notification. I will put it onto the screen right in a little while. This is just to show you basically what it looks like. They try to make it as real as possible. Also on the smart trainer, the incline and everything feels exactly like it's supposed to. And the gradient, as the gradient increase, the resistance on your trainer increase. One positive side to this is at least you're not cold and the wind is not blowing, unless you got a very strong fan. Now this is what it looked like when he actually did the achievement, and this is the achievement. So he just did it, and he did it in under 10 hours. Which is an achievement on its own already as well. Now he continued on to his way, and he decided he was still feeling good. So what he's going to do is he's going to try and go for 10,000 meters. And we decided we will join him because it seems like he's having too much fun. So here he hit 9,000 in under 10 hours. And he was still looking good. And the incline, as you can see here in this picture, it is quite steep. At the moment on the right hand top you can see the incline is 6%, there it goes to 7%. And that is on corner 5, just after corner 5. Now there's 21 corners or 21 switchbacks on the real Alps, and then they also made the replica here in Swift exactly the same. So now it is 10 degrees. As you can see, he's holding his watts very high, 270. That gives him like a 3.5 watt per kilogram. For something like that, after you've been 10 hours on a bicycle, it is very good. His heart rate is still under 150 as well. And he's out of the saddle at the moment. His cadence is was 60 something. He just sat down, then he get down, and then basically you pick up the cadence. In any case, so we quickly got an aeroplane, flew over there, got our bike set up, and now we're going to join it. Now it's much easier than that. That is why we do it on Swift. After the down we joined him. Now we're at the bottom, we turned around and he's coming back up. Now you see on the minimap on the right hand side you'll see two little red dots. Now the first red dot that is almost with him is Alan. You're going to see him come into the picture now. He should show up on the minimap or on the leaderboard minimap. Swift is nearby, you should see him first. I can see him now. So there he came. And now he just went past. Now I'll slow his speed and they will group up together. I'm a little bit behind, as you can see. I'm on my way, because they can't have all the fun by themselves. So there you see that bike with the green wheels, that's me. And here I come and I join her. So we're gonna help him with the last, not about 700 meters. And we just kept the pace steady. We just hit 9,500 meters there. And we are currently on corner 20, I think. So we've just did one little corner before this. And now it's all about pacing. We actually want to stay just in front of him so that at least we can assist a little bit with the wind. Not that there's a big difference on 14 kilometers per hour, but sometimes it's also the mental thing of having a wheel in front of you. So right now all we're trying to do is keep it nice and steady. Don't surge, and if you can keep it nice and steady, then you're actually conserving energy. Now if you look at the cadence of us, then you can see that Drikus is most of the time out of the saddle, and he is actually on a low cadence because that's the way he can ride us. We are seated and on a high cadence. Like me and Alan, we will keep it probably 90 to 100, because that way we can sustain this kind of effort. And yeah, we're trying to keep Drikus behind us, but that's quite a difficult task because he just wants to up the pace and go. At least he's tired because he already went up this mountain about 10 times. Unbelievable. But we're approaching his goal now. After he did the Everest, he set himself the goal of going for 10,000 meters. And that's only because he still felt good. And as you can see, he's still pushing quite a bit of power, and his heart rate is quite low as well. In some places the watts went a bit high and we were pushing a bit hard, and here he hit 10,000 meters. 10,000 meters in 11 hours. That is real hard to do. There's definitely other Namibians that's gonna try and do this, because you can't be the only one. But I'm telling you, you have to be prepared, and then you have to focus if you want to do this. It is quite tough. And we continued like this. This is after switchback 7, so now it is just 6, 5, 4, 3 left, and then we are done. So we're going to skip a bit forward. I also show this last piece because here we were having some fun. I was leading him out, and let's just push the pace a little bit because we're almost at the top. So I was picking up the pace, but he was responding. So I think he could still go. He could double Everest if you ask me. And I pushed it a bit, closed me down. I had a secret weapon with me. It was a feather that I kept from the bottom to the top. I was holding it for that last little kick on the climb. If you look on the right hand side in the minimap, you'll see there's a little kick right at the top, and that's where the feather will come into play. Now he went past me and he went quite hard. As you can see, we were pushing like 4.65 watts per kilo, yeah? And that for a guy that just did 11.5 hours on a bicycle. A decent wattage as well. Unbelievable. And then yeah, I was actually tempted to go with that guy, but then I decided not to. Because on the longer sprint I'm definitely sure that Drikus will come past quick. So I have to go for a short, sudden sprint if I want it. But it's just having fun. It's just a racer in me. I have to have fun, so let's just do it. And unfortunately the camera will zoom out right here where I used my feather. Basically I used my feather and I went for a sprint. And if you look nicely there in the middle of the screen, you can actually see it. But there I'm through the bridge at the bottom, and here he comes through. And he still had it in his legs to go 500 plus watts. Now after all of this, he can have a cold one, because this was a serious effort. Well done, Drikus.